Yeah. So I was driving around trying to find different to go try taste. And I just passed by this place and it just says Johnny. Johnny's Express. I have no clue what Johnny is. How did this truck get? I was in the drive through once and I let this white truck that came in behind me, in front of me. I just went out, they could come in, but somehow now there's a TS truck in front of me. You can't hear me? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? I muted and unmuted. Let's see. Johnny's charcoal broiler.
This is Johnny's delivery ready.
Can I get a chicken fried chicken sandwich? Okay. And a small French fry. And a large sweet tea, extra ice.
Anything else for you today?
So can I try a piece of coconut pie?
Coconut pie?
Yep.
Okay. Anything else for you?
That's it.
Here's a chicken fried chicken sandwich, a small fry, a large tea with extra ice, and a coconut pie.
Yes.
It's 1687.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yep, they have baked potatoes. You can have cheese, chili, and or jalapenos on it. I guess they don't have like um, chives and sour cream and bacon, chili, and cheese and jalapenos. Hey, Bert. Hold on, y'all. Let me get my purse. ordered a fried chicken sandwich and some fries. And then they said they had fresh baked pie, so I got some coconut pie. That's pretty good. I just came from Lane Bryant. I had exchange some bras that I ordered. Hey, Faye. But every time I go to the doctor, they keep putting me on steroids. What's making my boobs grow? But it's making side boobs grow, not front boobs. So I ordered new bras, and I ordered them in a big cup size, but they didn't fit because it's not in the cup on the side. So I had to go switch them out and get a bigger band size at the same time. So I'm not taking no more steroids. Hey, girl, how you doing? It's messed up again. What is that? Hold on. How about now? Is it working now? Okay. I think the Bluetooth keeps connecting and it's not letting my microphone work or something. Oh, wow. Senior discount. 2 to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. 50% off. That's a good discount. 50%. Dine in only. Why they gotta dine in to get their discount? Chris, I got rid of mine. I didn't have no side boob no more. I didn't have no back fat no more until they put me on all them freaking steroids. I was wearing a 40 or 42 in my band. And that was just rib cage to rib cage. I'm good, Priest. How are you? Look at that. They use shredded cheese on the burgers, y'all. Look like fresh shredded cheese. PCOS kicking your butt. I have endometriosis, but I had an ablation done, and since I had that done, I don't have too many problems. Thank you. I need to go and unring and re-ring your bell because I don't get notifications anymore. See you all the time on Instagram, but I never get any kind of notifications on here. No, Native family. Have you really? Yeah, I need to go unring and re-ring your bell. Oh, you haven't? Okay. You can ring my bell, ring my bell. It's definitely not fast food. Yeah, check her out. She's super cool. She is native. She's got 2 girls and a little boy. Wolf, he's the cutest thing in the world. She does a lot of Dollar Tree hauls.
It was 1687.
And sometimes she cooks. Every now and then she'll cook. She has a video making Indian fried bread. It's one of my favorites.
313 needs a change. Was that gonna be salt, pepper, and ketchup?
No thank you. Okay, good. That's really good. How are you feeling? I stuck lemons in my tea. I don't like lemons in my tea. Actually, it's an orange in my tea. I put a lemon and an orange in my tea. Dragon still. It'll get better. Nothing but better. Can't even get the straw in. Big old orange in the way. You got some vanilla wafers. Hey, Jaden. The kids are good. Rayon's at home right now. This is the week of the, state testing. So I have to take her Friday to do her test to the, I don't know, some kind of testing center. Because, she's homeschooled, so I guess you're not allowed to take tests at home. Maybe they'll think the parents are, helping, taking the test for them. So you have to actually go to a building where they can be supervised, but they're still in really small groups. So they still feel like they're on their own. So this week, all she has to do at home is like some review type stuff. So it's Rayon, so she's mainly sleeping. Shaylin's at school. I got information from her teacher today. She's at school being bad. She scratched 2 little boys. Oh, that's okay. I fully understand not commenting. Because y'all know I do a lot of my watching while I'm at work and stuff, so you're in my ear. But I can't comment because I cook for work, so I can't be touching phones and stuff when I'm fixing people food. I have gloves on and I just let it play. Definitely not fast food, y'all.
Yeah, would you mind pulling water back behind our building? We'll give it out to you in a few minutes.
Okay.
Thank you.
I guess mine is definitely not fast food. Because I got to pull around to the back of the building. Hey, Jessica. Oh, wow, really? Well, I think Shaylin is being the bully herself. She said, the teacher said that she scratched two boys at PE or whatever you want to call it when they going outside to play. And one of them, she scratched him really bad. And she's not doing her working class today. All day long, she's written one sentence. I don't know what her deal is. It's like this school year, she is just like, a little boy hit her while she was at PE. She said by accident, he accidentally hit her and gave her a black eye. She went to the nurse. The nurse gave her an ice pack. And when she got to class, she had the ice pack, but I guess she was chewing on it or whatever. And the teacher just took the ice pack and threw it away, but didn't ask her why she had an ice pack. And then didn't pay any attention at all to her face, I guess, the rest of the day, not to see that she had a freaking black eye. Hey, Ida. May have Big Crash. I don't know. I'm going to have to ask her why she's scratching boys at school. We're going to have a talk when I pick her up. But for it to be two boys, that's got me like, hey Morpheus. I ordered a fried chicken sandwich.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. They're cooking your chicken again.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna refund your money, but we're still getting your food. They made your chicken and then cut it up. They thought it was going on a salad, so I had them remake it for you.
Okay.
So I'm trying to hurry. It's been dropped for a few minutes, but I'm gonna bring it all out to you in a second.
Okay, thank
so sorry
you.
for the wait.
Well, that's nice. I guess that's the owner. So they cooked my chicken and then they sliced it all up into pieces. So he made them recook me chicken again. And then he gave my money back. So we are trying Johnnies for free today, y'all. This tea is good, I can tell you that. Yeah. They have good tea. And y'all know I'm a tea connoisseur. That's what I drink. I would come back here and get tea. Even with the orange in it.
Who's Johnny? I don't know. On the sign it said Johnny's. It's Johnny's charcoal. What did it say? Johnny's Charbroil and Grill. All right, girl. Take care of the mess. Be careful. Take your time cleaning up the mess. I will. Hey, Michelle. You're at work? Okay, love. I'm good. How are you? Oh, Lord, priest. So I'm getting closer to having my hours, y'all. I need, trying to remember what it said today. 963 more hours, watch hours. So Val and Coco was busting me last night. She told me I need to be streaming every night for 4 hours to get those hours. You can, Michelle? Please do. I'm getting close, y'all. I'm getting so close. You should have been off an hour ago. What you doing? Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna turn on, start playing my Sims. At least play my Sims. Because Sims get a lot of viewers anyway. When I play Sims, I'll get a lot of viewers from Asia. They'll go back and rewatch Sim streams. So I know I can get a lot if I just stream my Sims. Okay, thank you. But yeah, I'm getting really close. About 2 months ago, I was at I think I started at 1,121. I don't know how to do reviews though. I don't know how to do that picture side picture thing. I don't know how to do that.
Here we go.
Thank you so
You
much.
have a great one. Appreciate your patience.
Bye-bye. All right, y'all. So here we go. We got our food. We got free food, y'all. And now it's 1:59. We're gonna go and just park at Shaylin School. And we'll eat and wait until it's time for me to pick her up. Because it really doesn't make sense to go home and have to turn right back around and come back up here. Planet Bowl. I used to bowl there when I was in school, not when I was in elementary. We had a bowling team when I was in elementary. It's really funny how stuff is now compared to how it used to be back when I was a kid. Because someone just came in one day to the school and he asked the kids, who wants to be on the bowling team? And all of us who raised our hands, when school was over, or right before school was over, they lined us up and we all went and got on the bus and were taken to Planet Bowl, and we went bowling. And our parents had no clue. Like, we were at school that day, so when school was time to get out, kids didn't come home. And all they did was call the parents and say, hey, your child is on the bowling team. You got to go pick them up from Planet Bowl at 5 o'clock. So that's how my grandmother found out I was on a bowling team. She didn't get asked permission if I could be on the team. They didn't ask her permission if they could put me on the bus. They didn't ask her permission if they could take me to Planet Bowl. She was just informed, that's where I am, and that's where I will be going every day after school for 2 hours, and she has to come get me. But she just did it. She's like, okay, she want to bowl, I bowl. But nowadays, they can't take your kid nowhere. You need a permission slip. Make an uncut and raw review. It's really not far from the school. Like, we just left the bowling alley. It's like back over that way. See that? And my school, this building right here, that's my old elementary school. So the bowling alley is over this way, like behind Rose State College, and my school is right here. So, and we lived in this neighborhood over here, but further down. But you could cut through to get to where we live. So it wasn't like she had to go super duper far to get me. But still, it's just the fact that people thinking their kid was at home. Because at that time, my granny worked at this clothing store. That's my old school, elementary. At this clothing store called C.R. Anthony's. And so she didn't get home until a little bit after 5. And my papa worked nights. So he would go to work probably about 2 o'clock. And then he didn't come home until about 1 in the morning. And my dad, I've told y'all before, my dad was a drug addict. He was random if he was in or out the house or whatever. He was doing what he wanted to do. So I had keys. I was a latchkey kid. So when I got off the bus, I'd get home at 3 o'clock. I'd go in the house, lock the door, and I was in there. Yeah, my papa worked for the military. He worked at Tinker Air Force Base. And he worked 12 hours. And he worked 12 hours about 364 days a year. He worked almost every day. Only day he was home was Christmas. And it was very rare that my papa took a vacation. I said that the other day in a video. And he didn't retire until the year that Rayon was born. So my papa worked like that every single day until he was 70-something years old. My papa will be 90 next month. be 90 next month. My papa just started taking vacations when Rayon was born. And his first vacation was to my house, and he spent, I think, 2 weeks with us. And then he did that every year after that. When we were in Texas, he'd come down and take a vacation and stay with us. Now we're up here, and once we moved up here, he doesn't even go back to Texas anymore. Even though that's where he's from, he doesn't really go. Yeah, it's pretty cool though, y'all. We got free food to review. Black folks in Atlanta or Texas. We in Oklahoma now. But we right next to Texas. Might as well be Texas. I want to take the girls bowling. My cousin had said that the other day, that she'd like for us to go bowling. Maybe take them skating. I will not be skating. That doesn't sound safe with a paralyzed foot. I won't be doing any skating. But she and the kids can skate. We'll probably go to the zoo. We'll probably go to the zoo before it gets super hot. Because there is no shade really at the Oklahoma Zoo. The Oklahoma Zoo will cook you. Like the Houston Zoo is good. They have built all kinds of covers and got vines growing up over everything. They've got all kinds of shade in the Houston Zoo. Plus they have people standing out there with those little mister things, and they will spray you down with some mist and cool you off. Oklahoma Zoo. Now we have not been to the Oklahoma Zoo since Shaylin was about 1. Like she was a baby the last time we went. But it was so hot. They have gone with the school, but going with me, we have not been back as a family. Shaylin was like 1. I know that because I rented one of those, wagons, and I was pushing her around in the wagon, pushing Rayon would get in there with her, and was pushing both of them. But it was so hot, and I don't even think we made it around the entire zoo, because we went to the elephant part, and it's so like the elephants are like so or at least at that time they were so separated from the rest of the zoo. You had to walk in this big circle to get in to see the elephants, and then come back out away from the elephants. By the time we finally did that, Rayon was angry and hot. Shaylin was angry and hot. And it's like, okay, we've had enough of zoo. I don't think, what did we not see? We didn't get to see like the lions, and we didn't see the cats. We saw the apes and we saw the elephants. And I think we saw we went in and we saw the aquarium, because that's inside. That's a good spot to go cool off. And we didn't see the rest. But they were irritated, hot, hungry. Maybe I'll park over here in front of the hair store because I actually want to go in there. We're gonna park at the hair store and eat. So I'll go in there before I go and park at the school. I'm holding y'all down because I'm next to a police officer right now. And I'm not gonna play with him. And we'll come over here and we will eat in front of Queens. This beauty supply is right here next to the school, so I don't have far to go. Hey, DC and Lisa. Hey, y'all. All right, y'all. Let's see. Where's my stand? I started this way, long ways, so I can't turn the camera. We are having a fried chicken sandwich. Some fresh cut fries. An iced tea. And a coconut cream pie. All right, let's get us a bit. There we go. Ooh, y'all. It's good too, y'all. So it's Johnny's charcoal broiler. And this is the fried chicken. And it's like basically a whole freaking chicken breast. Look at all these fries. This is a small fry. I ordered a small fry. I ordered a small fry. I ordered a small fry. Y'all see these fries? This is a small. And then we got it free. This is free food, y'all. Ooh. Ooh. Y'all. Y'all. Y'all see this pie? Do y'all see this pie? Ooh-wee. Hey, the committee. I got some cheese on the bottom of my bun, y'all. I'll take it, add it into my sandwich. All right, let me say grace real quick. Just for like food, much take grace and body of Christ, we can do pray. Amen. All right. It's good, y'all. And they put a lot of like fresh cracked pepper in the batter, so it's real peppery. It's not all dried out. It's real chicken. Y'all know I can't really eat tomatoes like that. It was free because we ordered and we were in line waiting. And then they asked me to pull around to the back and keep waiting. And then the manager came out, store manager came out and told me that they had made my chicken. And when it was done, they started cutting it up, thinking it was chicken for somebody's salad. So then they had to cook me another piece of chicken. And so since I had to wait so long, he came out there and gave me my money back. So it ended up free. And these are real fries, y'all. Fresh cut fries, still got skin on them. Mm-hmm. Good fries. Hey, Face Squad. My only thing, they use Miracle Whip, it's not mayonnaise. This could use a little bit of pickle juice on it. If they had put a pickle, if they had put a pickle on here. Miracle Whip not lighter, it's got all this sugar in it. Miracle Whip is still exact same stuff that's in mayonnaise, the exact same, except for they add sugar and they add a chemical to give it that tart taste. It's still mayonnaise. This is basically like a half chicken breast. Like, you know, a chicken breast about that thick, and they cut it in half, and you get a whole half a chicken breast. The only time I really use mayonnaise is on a BLT. I like the sweetness against the salty. But other than that, I'm a regular mayo person. I'll use Hellmann's or Kraft. I tried that Duke's that everybody was talking about a little while ago, but I didn't see anything special about it. It tastes just like Hellmann's, really. And it costs more here. I'm not gonna pay extra for something that still tastes exactly like Hellmann's. Mm-hmm. Fold this up so I can save a little room to taste my pie. These fries are good though. They didn't put any salt on them though. If they had salted them with a little seasoning salt, then they would have been bomb. All right, y'all, let's try the pie. Let's try this pie. This pie looks amazing. The crust sounded crispy. Is this a graham cracker crust? No, it's a regular crust. A good crunch on a regular crust. I still didn't get any crust. There it goes. They didn't put any salt. No salt is bad for the taste buds. You use a little, but you want to put the salt when it's cooking, not after. Adding salt to your food after it's cooked is what's bad for the heart. That's what'll kill you. Coconut cream. It's pretty good. almost tastes like vanilla pudding, and they added coconut flakes in it. It's not coconut pudding. Like they didn't cook coconut into the pudding. It's just vanilla pudding with coconut in it. So that is not as good as mine. Uh-oh. Okay, Leona. See you later. All right. Let's put my purse back in here. Because when I make coconut cream pie, I cook coconut in my custard. And I add a little coconut extract too. And I use coconut milk. I make my custard coconut. Like, I want it to be coconut.
Home, no more home to me. Whither must I wander? Hunger, my driver, I go where I must. Cold blows the winter wind over hill and heather. Thick drives the rain, and my roof is in the dust. Loved of wise men was the shade of my roof tree. The true word of welcome was spoken in the door. Dear days of old, with the faces in the firelight, kind folks of old, you come again no more. Home was home then, my dear, full of kindly faces. Home was home then, my dear, happy for the child. Fire and the windows bright glittered on the moorland. Song, tuneful song, built a palace in the wild. Now when day dawns on the brow of the moorland, lone stands the house, and the chimney stone is cold. Lone let it stand now, the friends are all departed. The kind hearts, the true hearts, that loved the place of old. Spring shall come again, calling up the moorfowl. Spring shall bring the sun and rain, bring the bees and flowers. Red shall the heather bloom over hill and valley. Soft flow the stream through the even flowing hours. Fair the day shine as it shone on my childhood. Fair shine the day on the house with open door. Birds come and cry there, and twitter in the chimney.
They're pretty good. All right. Stop playing. Ugh. Thanks, Bree. So I got some hair. Do my hair, do Rayon's hair, do Shaylin's hair, everybody's hair. Shaylin's hair is gonna be crochet. All right, sorry. I had to plug in, battery low. Shaylin's hair will be crochet because she likes to take her hair down. She also likes to rip her hair out. And I mean literally rip her hair out. So I do crochet on hers because that way it's easier just to replace what she takes out or re-braid a cornrow if she takes it down. Then her snatch out entire braids of her own hair. Like I said, we were right by the school because I'm turning into the school now. Still got a while to sit here, but find her number to put in the window. Rayon moved everything yesterday, so there it is. They call the kids to the car by numbers. So when you come to pick them up, you got to put the number in the window so they can come look and call. So these were buy two, get one free. And these are what I put in Shaylin's hair, the little Senegalese twists. And then this is for me. one that they had hanging up, it didn't tell you what kind of hair it was. The best hair to get is Kanekalon. And this was on the floor in the boxes. And this is 100% Kanekalon. The other did not say at all. I even turned it around. It didn't say what that was. And this was actually cheaper. That was hanging on the wall was $12.99, and this is $10.99. And this was still just as much. It was 480 grams of hair in this bag. I guess it's 84 inches long. I think what was hanging up said it was 30 inches. I think. Or maybe it said 60. This tea is good with the orange in it. I don't like tea with the lemon in it, but it's pretty good with the orange and lemon. It's 1:56. School doesn't get out until 3:10. But as y'all can see, there's already people lining up. And no, they don't bring kids out early if you line up early. It's just the line eventually gets to the point to where it's out, still on the road, you're still in the street. So people start coming early and earlier and earlier. When Rayon first started school here, that's when we first moved here. I guess that was 6 or 7 years ago. At that time, people were starting to line up about let's say about 2:30. If you got here at 2:30, you could possibly be the first person here. And I didn't care if I was first or, not. I didn't want to be first, but I would always try to be up here for 2:45. That was the time that I would get up here. And I'd be maybe 2 or 3 people, because there's 5 lanes across of people parking. So with 5 lanes across, if I got here at 2:45, I could still be like the 3rd car in or so. And then after about 2 more years, it started getting to where if you got here at 2:45, you might make it into the tail end of the driveway, but you were probably going to be on the side of the road. And basically, once you don't make it in here and you're on the side of the road, you might as well not even bother to come until 3 o'clock or 3:05, because you're just sitting out there burning gas anyway. Because you will not get in here to where they're actually bring your kid to you until well after school lets out at 3:10 anyway. So if I let time pass and I'm not on my way here already for 2:45, I don't even bother. I just wait for 3:10 and then come. Because the thing is, once you're sitting here, even though you're sitting here and you have your number in the window, they still take forever to bring people their kids. They start bringing the people in the back of the line, their children, before they do the ones in the front of the line. So you're in the back of the line, you have your kid, but you can't leave because the front of the line is still sitting here waiting for children. They don't do it in the right order. It's like that there too, Prime. They really need to like figure it out. I mean, it makes no sense for them not to have figured out by now. Call the lines in front. Go back. But what it is the people that are calling the numbers, they come out the door back here. So instead of walking all the way to the front and start calling numbers from the front and work their way back again, no, since they walked out that door back there, they start from the back and they start walking forward, but they never walk all the way to the front. They never walk all the way to the front line to get the first people's numbers. They walk up maybe 4 cars and then they turn around and start walking back again. So all the cars that are sitting up front have to wait for the teachers that are bringing the other kids to the cars to turn around and look and see what these front car numbers are to call the kids in front. They should have somebody, they should at least have one of the people back there and one of the people up here. Because then it would work out a little better. But with both of them at the back, it just doesn't make any sense because nobody ever walks up here to look at the front. I said I was going to do a pick my brain, or do some pick my brain streams, where whenever we're in game streams with other people like DC Kool-Aid and Lisa and stuff, people always think I'm Googling answers. Let y'all ask me some questions. Some trivia type questions. And y'all can watch how I answer a question. And y'all can see that my hands are here. And I'm not Googling nothing. I'm not Googling and I don't Siri, because Siri doesn't listen to me. You hear me saying Siri, and Siri's not answering, is she? Siri don't say a word to me unless I'm not talking to her. I could be talking to Lexi or something and say something to Lexi, and then Siri start talking. Siri don't listen to me. Siri, 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 Siri. Y'all hear Siri? Siri don't talk to me. My computer has Cortana. Cortana don't talk to me either. Machines do not listen to my voice. They do not respond to me when I'm talking. So I don't Siri, and I don't Google. I just answer the questions. I don't have Alexa. I don't even have an Alexa. But I don't think Alexa would talk to me either. If Cortana doesn't listen and Siri don't listen, I just don't think that Alexa's gonna listen either. I don't know what it is about my voice, but electronic stuff that just doesn't listen. What actor's wife is a distant cousin of Nancy Hanks Lincoln? I have no clue. Nancy Hanks Lincoln. Is it Michelle Obama? Oh no, you said actor's wife. I don't know actors' wives, so I wouldn't be able to tell you that no way. I don't know people's spouses. Best I could tell you about somebody's spouse is Arnold Schwarzenegger. Actor that's incarcerated. What actor is incarcerated? What actor is incarcerated? Oh, okay. You should have said comedian. So I'm like, actor. I was like, Wesley Snipes? He not married. Camille. Okay. Yeah, only person I could have come up with would be like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Was it Maria Shriver? She's related to the Kennedys. That's about all I could come up with. Are they still married or did they divorce? I know he had a baby with the maid or something. You wouldn't have guessed it without a clue. Yeah, you tell me an actor that's in jail. I'm like, an actor? An actor? Only actor I could think of that had been, I don't know if he's still in jail or not, was Wesley Snipes. And I'm like, he don't have a wife. Not that I know of. I was like, what actor's in jail? Actor? Actor. All right. And here, there's another plane. Live by the Air Force Base. That's all day long. You can't see it. All day long, all night long. Yo, there was a possum, a big old possum on our porch last night. It was about, I think it was about 12:30. I was in CC's stream. I was sitting there. Well, for one, earlier Shaylin had come and kept coming in my room saying she was hearing weird noise out her window. And you know, their room is right next to mine, so we have like side-by-side windows. So I'm like, well, I don't hear anything, Shaylin. What are you hearing? And she's like, I don't know. I hear it. It's on my window. And I was like, I don't hear. I'm like, my window's right here. I don't hear anything. I'm gonna go to bed. Well, about 12:30, she finally did go to sleep. But about 12:30, there is like serious booming and snatching on the glass door. Like, I mean, it was loud. I'm like, what the heck is going on? And I got up and I'm like, Rayon, what are you doing? She's like, I don't know what that is. I think it's the dollhouse. Why would your dollhouse be booming and banging? I think it's the dollhouse. I'm like, girl, she watched too much scary stuff. Like, it's not no dollhouse, it's outside. So I turned the porch light on and it didn't stop. It did not stop the booming and banging. And I'm like, okay, so it's not a human. I opened the door and look, big old possum, huge possum. It's like wandering around. He had knocked over a chair. Rayon had a pot sitting outside. He drugged the pot all over the porch. And he was wandering around. I don't know what. I guess he was looking for some food, but there wasn't anything out there but some guinea pig poop that Shaylin had dropped. I mean, the Brown had dropped. And so he was walking around, looking around on the ground, trying to find something to eat. But I mean, he was trying to get in that door. He was attacking that front door for real. Well, once I turned the light on and I was looking at him, he finally turned around and started walking off the porch. And then we didn't hear it anymore. But that must be what Shaylin was hearing. He must have been, I don't know, maybe he came out of one of those pecan trees in the yard across from us and dropped down onto her window ledge. Because our house is brick. I don't see how he could have, you know, been bumping into the house loudly. He was something. If we still had our dog, if we still had Max, he would have ate him up though. Because that's what Max used to do. Max used to kill possums and skunks. Every other day you had to go and scoop up a possum or a skunk that he had killed. And he would kill skunks. He would kill skunks at about 3 o'clock in the morning. And he would kill them right under my window. You're like, couldn't you go further into the backyard or something? Why it gotta be right under my window so I gotta smell that all night long? And then he also slept under my window. So even if he had killed him somewhere further off in the backyard, he was still gonna come and lay under my window and stank all night. Matt, if you got in his yard, oh, Max was gonna get it. Max was gonna get it if it came in the yard. That's your butt, Mr. Postman. You better stay out of that yard. He died Christmas morning 2 years ago. Max didn't play. That was his yard. Stay out of my yard. He didn't care if it was a bird, a squirrel. He was a pit bull. He was a pit. If it came in his yard, he was gonna get it. He didn't eat him. He just played with him until he died. He played with him until they died. He's like, ooh, a toy. He wasn't that big though. Max was he was strong, but he wasn't that big. He never grew out of his puppiness build wise. He stayed, he was pretty short, and he didn't build all those muscles and stuff that, you know, pits do a lot of times. He stayed real small. I think he might have been the run of the litter. But he was strong. I remember when the guy came out for U-verse, when they didn't install my U-verse correctly. I paid for U-verse, which is supposed to be fiber optic internet. And what they did was they came out and they just installed DSL. But unfortunately for them, I know the difference, and I knew it wasn't right. And I called them back, and they had to come out and dig the lines in the ground and all that and run the actual fiber optic cables. But when the guy came, I told him, you know, hold on, let me go get my dog and bring him in the house, and then you can go back there. Well, his butt, like by the time I close my front door and turn around and try to go to the back door to open the back door to bring Max in, his butt gonna go and grab the gate, and here come Max around to the front to where he is. I go back to the front door and I say, hey, leave the gate alone. Wait, let me get the dog. Oh, okay. Again, I close the door, turn around, head to the kitchen. Before I can get there, he touching the gate again. Max gone. I'm like, dude, either you want to get ate up or you're going to let me get the dog. Because I can't chase him. And I'm not going to be able to get him off of you. It was like 30 minutes of telling that man, can you please leave the gate alone and let me get the dog? I'm like, just keep your butt by the front door and let me get the dog. The last time I opened the back door and grabbed him by the collar, just as the guy was touching the gate again. It took all the strength I had in the world to drag that dog in the house and get that door closed behind him. He was not having it. He's like, somebody coming in my yard. They touching my gate. I was like, dude, quit touching the gate. It seemed like you did. It was like every time I'd say, stay here, stand here, let me go let him in the back door. And it's like as soon as I would close the door, he'd walk his butt right back over to the fence. Cling, cling, cling. Once you touch that fence, the dog coming. I didn't say go touch the gate and wait. I said stay here. Because it's one thing if you are outside with your dog, or you come in the gate with someone. If you are walking in the gate with the other person, your dog is going to be like, okay, they bringing somebody back here. But when you standing at one door and it's somebody trying to come in the gate, the dog is like, oh, something wrong. Who this? Get out my yard. Dog like, nah, mama, you stay in the house. I gotta go get this person. I gotta go kill this over here. Something wrong. The girls wanted another dog, but if we get another dog, I want it to be a house dog. Just because of all those critters and stuff that's out there. But we can't have a house dog until the girls stop throwing stuff on the floor. Because the dogs chew on everything. That's how we ended up with guinea pigs. What is this? It keeps sending me the same email over and over. So I got a email yesterday. I got my first email asking me to review something. And so I responded to it. And they PayPal'd me the money to go and order the item off of Amazon. It's a microphone. And so when I get it, I'll review it. I'll do a stream and y'all can tell me if it sounds good. And I made an actual a dedicated email account for my page. That way I don't lose stuff in junk mail, because my email, I've had my email account for probably 22 years, 23 years. So you can imagine how much junk and stuff comes to that email after that many years. There's a lot of stuff that just goes straight to junk mail. And so I don't have to sit there trying to go through all that junk mail. Hey, Lisa Michelle. I said, let me just make a some more stuff that needs to be going to junk mail. Make an account just for YouTube, and then I can just scroll real quick and see. And not be going through my personal junk and my YouTube junk. Woo. We're at the school waiting to pick up Shaylin. I haven't put braids in my hair for a while, but I actually cut a bunch of my hair a couple weeks ago, and now it's not as much to braid, so I'm gonna braid it up. It counts toward your watch time. I've heard someone say that those blank screens can possibly be taken down. I don't really know. I think it's probably more of a depending on what the title says. I feel like if you put a title up there that sounds like it's a some kind of sub for sub kind of thing, that could possibly be taken down simply because it's, you know, saying something that's against policy. But like I turned mine on and aimed it at my guinea pigs and let people watch my guinea pigs for like 7 hours, and it said, you know, watch the guinea pigs, and it was on for 7 hours, and I think I got like 30 hours worth of watch time for those 7 hours. And on and off it had sound, because I did talk a little bit here and there when I wasn't asleep. But it was just, you know, them watching the guinea pigs. But you can have a silent live where it's just something for someone to look at. I'm not sure about, you know, just a blank screen or just the bubbles. I don't really know how they feel about that. But if you have a fish tank or some birds or something you could aim it at. Shoot, if you have one of those videos that shows like a fake fireplace burning, people like that kind of stuff. You could probably get people to sit and watch, you know, a fire burning all night long. And you could turn the sound on so they could hear the crackle and the popping. Or if you could pre-record, ASMR fireplace, exactly. If you could pre-record, you know, some kind of sounds and like play it on some kind of loop or something, so they were just hearing whatever all night long, you could say it was an ASMR stream of whatever. Water running, rain, Shoot, next time it rains, aim your camera out the window at the rain, record the sound of the rain, and play that on a loop as rain ASMR. They gonna watch, and that's gonna give you watch time. Cause that's what I would do. I don't trust any of the titles that are saying, link up, join up, get you some friends, silent live, get you, don't put anything in there that's telling people to, ring bells, link up, da 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 da. All that stuff is not allowed. But as long as it's just a normal title, yeah. I'm gonna read into the rules a little more, because like people say that my voice is soothing, so I was thinking about reading, like if I just read a book, but I don't know how reading a book, like would that be copywritten? Like, can you read a book? So I want to read, more into the rules and try and see if I find anything about reading a book. Because if it's okay, that's what I'm thinking about doing. It's just recording myself reading. Coming April 11th, Black Summer. Watch the trailer. Yeah, you gotta be real careful with those titles. Stick with normal titles. You say silent stream of whatever, but don't put any of those spam type words and phrases in there, because that is what I feel like is what they snatch down. Cadillac. But I could probably turn my Sims game on and put it on autoplay and just let the Sims play by themselves. And people will watch that, because the Sims are just funny to watch. Especially when they're doing stuff on their own, because they do anything. Fireplace. Rain, fireplace, trains, fish tank bubbles, I've even seen a video on YouTube that's just the sound of a fan blowing. Like for people that can't sleep without a fan blowing. I'm one of those people, like, I need to hear my fan. It really depends, because I always thought it was 8 hours, but I think that really depends on like how your stuff is set up, because my brother said he did a stream one time, and I knew it was, I was like, it's gonna cut off at 8 hours, and he was on he streams through his PlayStation, and his he hit 8 hours and it kept going. It did not turn off on him. It just kept streaming. And I was like, why didn't it end? But I know if we stream through YouTube, through Hangout or whatever, at 8 hours it cuts off. But his did not cut off. His kept right on going. Because I kept telling him, I was like, said, you're going to cut off in a minute. You're going to cut off in a minute. You're going to cut off in a minute. It did not cut off. It kept right on going. As long as you are streaming, you will get watch time for it. So if it keeps going past 8 hours, you get whatever people are still watching for. It's just that the Hangout thing stops the live after 8 hours. But if you are streaming through a different way and it keeps going, it keeps going. Because he was doing his through PlayStation. And it kept right on going. Oh, my knee hurts. It must be gonna rain tonight. Just the sounds. Just the sounds. You don't need the fan itself, just the sound. The Hangout is when you go into your creator studio, if you click on live, it has live events. If you click on live events and you click on the start new live event, it opens up your live stream through Hangouts. Hangouts is how people are able to get on panels with each other. So like if you start a stream and you're using Hangout, then I could join in on your Hangout and we could both be on camera at the same time. You can have up to, I think it's up to 10 people on a panel at a time. If you just go, you know, if you open up YouTube and you just immediately click on the camera, that's just a YouTube stream. That's just a regular YouTube stream. The Hangout is if you go into live event, new live, and it'll tell you starting a Hangout stream. And it opens up a separate pop-up window with the stream on it. And then you can give people a link, or you can just add people in to join you in the stream, and you can stream together. Like if you wanted to do a collab with somebody, you could start a Hangout stream. You know, if y'all both wanted to, you know, eat something together at the same time, y'all could start a Hangout stream, and y'all could both be on the camera eating whatever it is that y'all were doing for the collab. And you can fix it to where when people are talking, it'll switch from camera to camera to show the other person. If you've ever been in DC Kool-Aid and Lisa's stream on Friday nights, that's what that is when I'm up on the panel with them. Sometimes you can't always see me, because unless more than 2 people, you have to have more than 2 people on the panel to be able to see who all is on the panel. If it's just me and DC Kool-Aid and Lisa, then you just see DC Kool-Aid and Lisa on the stream unless she puts the camera on me. But once 3 or more people are on there, then you'll see DC Kool-Aid and Lisa as a big picture, and then you'll see little pictures of the other people that are on the panel down underneath her. And you could see, you know, everybody that's up there. And then when people are talking, it'll rotate from camera to camera to whoever's talking at the moment. $2.43. I think I'm gonna go get some hot dog buns, and the girls can have hot dogs for dinner, because they had me buy all those hot dogs the other day. So A lot of people have their kids set as you can do a hangout stream. No, I don't think you can't do a hangout stream from your phone, because you can get on a panel from your phone, but you can't start the stream from your phone. The YouTube Studios that's on the phone doesn't have that. There's no, the live and all that is not in the YouTube Studios. It's on your phone. So yeah, you have to do it on your computer. But if you want to be on the stream from your phone, you can like start it on your computer, and then you can open up yourself in a second window as a second panelist and be on your phone on the stream. They're both equal. They're both equal. It doesn't change your the view. I personally like to do my streams from Hangout, because when you do the stream from Hangout, you can go back to your YouTube channel and you can pull up the live stream that you're on, so you can see the chat. And you have you end up having two windows open. You have the Hangout stream open, and then you have the YouTube stream, and you just go into the I think it says watch. It says watch live or something. But when you go into your studio and you go into live events and you pull up the live event, it has a little thing under the live that's on at that moment. And when you click on that box, it pulls it up and it tells you everything that's happening on the live at that moment. It tells you that if your stream is good, if your stream is bad. It lets you see how many people are watching. You can you want to mute the sound, but you can turn it on so you can see the actual live happening, and you can see the chat and everything as it's going. And that's what I do with mine, is I have the Hangout. I started in Hangout, and then I open that up so that I can see that everything is okay. Because, you know, whenever you are live, the people are a few seconds behind whatever you're doing. There's a delay. So when you open it up in Hangout, you can see what's happening live, exactly what you're doing at that exact moment. But you can also see the delay. You can see where everybody else is. So you can see if it starts buffering or whatever, you can see that it's buffering. Because for us, when we're live, we can't see that it's buffering. We have no idea unless somebody tells us. So if you have both of them going, you can see what people are seeing as they're watching on YouTube. You can see if it's buffering or getting blurry or doing, you know, any kind of weirdness. You'll see it yourself. But you can also see the chat. But that's how I do mine. I like to have the Hangout so I can see what people are seeing. And I can see the chat, you know, that doesn't vanish. Because like on your phone, you know, the chat is there and then it goes away. You can't see the chat anymore. And then you're over here, you're swiping, trying to get the chat to come back so you can see. I don't know who keeps calling me. But it stops you from having to you know, if you're using the phone, having to keep scrolling like this, trying to see what people said. But as far as your quality and stuff, as long as you have, you know, a good quality camera. My IG is Leilani Radford, Radford. As long as you have a good camera, you know, a good webcam or a good regular camera, you know, it doesn't matter either way. I have a HD webcam on my computer, which is what I always did my streams from before. And now I have this iPhone, which is what I'm on right now, which I'm sure is, you know, better quality than the HD. But, you know, prior to this one, people thought, you know, my webcam was a really good camera anyway. And it's just a little clip-on webcam. I don't have an actual camera yet to record with. So that's why my streams have always just been live. Because I don't have a regular camera, so I can go in and edit and all that stuff. And now I can with the iPhone, but I still don't really know exactly how to do it. It takes me a long time, and then it takes a really long time for it to upload, because I'm going from an iPhone to a PC and then trying to upload. So it's a whole lot of complication to do that. It's better when you have an iPhone and then you have a Mac computer. I can't use Windows Movie Maker from an iPhone. You can't do that. Treasure's close to getting her hours. What I realize is people are getting, if you have a lot of people, yeah, I have a Windows computer, but I don't have a camera to record on to put stuff to my Windows computer. Like, I can't record from my webcam other than just going live. If I'm going to record something and save it to upload, it's going to be from this phone, which is not Windows, it's iOS. I have my aunt's old MacBook, but I don't know how to wipe it and start it over so that I could use it, because she changed her password literally right before she died. She changed her password like within 15 minutes of passing. And so we have a book of passwords, and her password is none of the ones that she had already written down. She had gotten really paranoid right before she passed, and she kept changing her password. But she would write it down, because if she passed, she wanted me to be able to get into her phone and call people to let people know and stuff like that. But she threw a blood clot. She died real suddenly. her nurse was in there talking to her, and I guess she had changed her password, and the nurse walked out to go back to the nurse's counter, and before she made it to the counter, the alarm went off in my aunt's room, and she had thrown a blood clot. And so her phone locked up, the MacBook's locked up. I can turn the MacBook on. You can use it, but you can't update it. And it needs an update to work. Okay, Prime. In order to work, it needs to be updated because it hasn't been updated in like 6 years. Yeah, my stream will still be up. I still have 15 minutes until school lets out. Okay. Yeah, I have my computer is an actual computer, a full desktop computer. And then the laptop is my aunt's MacBook. But I can't do anything with it other than turn it on, and I could, like look at Facebook or something like that. But everything else, it needs to be updated, and I can't update because you got to put in a password, and I don't know how to wipe it. I have no clue how to wipe it. I can wipe a Windows, I can wipe a computer. I know how to do that, but I never did fully get the MacBook computer side of tech down. Because I worked for Apple and I was tech support for iPhones. So I can work my iPhone. ASMR fan sound live stream. Yeah. Yep, that'll work. And just aim the aim the camera at one of your background screens or something, because they just want to hear the fan. The little bitty kids are getting out. Oh, but what I was saying is a lot of people have their kids set up as kids that walk home. But what they actually do, the people all go over there and park. That's where the hair shop was that I just went to. They all go over there and they park. And then the kids walk from here over to that parking lot, and then they get in the car and they take them home. So they don't have to sit here and wait. Because the walking kids get out first. The walking kids get out at 3. So the walking kids will start coming out in a minute. And they'll start walking. And they go to the parking lot over there. And then all the cars are over there parked. Those are all parents. Some of the parents come over here and they're out here standing and waiting for the kids to come out. But some of them just stay over there in the car and wait. And then some go over and there's a little wraparound drive across the street over here. Some of them go and they park over there, and then there's another street on the behind us, and people park over there. And so a lot of the the home walking children aren't actually walking children. It's just more parents that pick their kids up, but they figured out a way not to have to stand, sit over here in this line and not be out in the middle of the road waiting for the kids. So the kids just walk those few feet to them. Which I started to do that, but I have kids that will fart around and take forever to walk over to me. And so that's why I don't do that. I just come on and park, pick them up. Because I have those kids that would just stand out here in the grass and play and talk and whatever while I'm sitting down over there just waiting. And me and my paralyzed foot would have to walk up that hill to say, come on! Okay, I will, Lisa. Just DM me and I will call you. But, yeah. On the days that I work, it used to be my papa picked them up for me when I worked, but after he got sick, he hadn't been driving. So for about the past year, I've had to pick them up. So when I have to work, I have to make sure I can't work far away like I used to. I used to go to all the different stores all over Oklahoma, but I can't do that because I got to be close enough to pick her up during my little 30-minute break. So on my work days, I leave and yes, girl. I'll leave and come pick her up, but I don't bother to try to be here for 2:45 for that. I just leave work. I'll leave work at 2:45. So by the time I get from work all the way over here, it's like 3:05, and I can, just come on into the driveway because the other people are starting to leave at that time. I just try to get here between like 3:10, 3:15, something like that. And I just pick her up, loop around, drop her off, and go back to work. She actually came out this front door this time. She called us front people. And it's 3:04. It's not even time yet. Yeah. See, there's walking kids and they're just standing out there, just standing around. That's what my kids will do. Knowing that I was parked right there, they'd just be standing over there under that tree. I accepted your message, Lisa. I will call you. This air conditioner is getting chilly, y'all. Oh, the temperature dropped. It's 66 degrees outside now. It's gotta be gonna rain. My knee hurts too much for it not to be. Where you going, sir? Get back in your car.
All right, you have a good
Thank you.
It smells good in here.
Why, thank you.
Why did you say my thank you?
You said it smelled good in here. Ain't nothing in here but me.
Why does it smell like food though?
Oh, I had a chicken sandwich earlier. Why were you misbehaving in school? Why are you scratching people? What's going on? What? They were what? So why didn't you go tell a teacher? Why'd you stay there and let people beat you up? Lady AK says, hey. So you told her before you scratched them that they were beating you up and she didn't do anything and they started beating you up again. Did you tell her before you scratched them? Or did you wait until after and then say they were hitting me? I don't think you said it before if you had to turn back around and they started back again. They were hitting you and you scratched them and then you told, right? 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 You can't do that. You cannot do that. I've told you too many times you are the little brown girl in class. And they're always gonna blame the little brown girl. If somebody is doing something, you need to go and tell the teacher immediately. And if she doesn't make them stop, then you go and you tell Mrs. Berry, right? Right? Because they already understand. I've already informed them. My children are to tell the teacher. If the teacher does nothing, my children are to tell Miss Berry. If Miss Berry does nothing, y'all have a right to knock the crap out of them, right? Right. But you have to take those steps first. You have to take those steps first. You have to tell the teacher. You have to tell Miss Berry. At that point, you have the right to defend yourself. You understand? I I know she was, Lady AK, just because the teacher told me it was 2 boys. Why would a little girl be attacking 2 boys? No, that doesn't sound right. That's not normal. That's not how things work. There has to be more to the story. But back when Rayon was in, I think it was about 2nd grade, she had a little girl who every day, you know, would threaten her, say she was gonna beat her up, say she was gonna hit her, say she was gonna this, da 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 da. And Rayon told the teacher, and the teacher said, I don't want to hear it. I don't have time for that. I don't want to hear it. And she wouldn't listen. And so I went up to the school, to the principal, and I told her, look, there's a child that is threatening my child every day. And my child has been told she is not to hit. However, my child is telling a teacher, and the teacher is saying, I don't want to hear it, I don't care. When that child hits my child has been told by me to knock the snot out of him. Because if your teacher don't care, we do. So Miss Berry was like, oh, we don't want anybody to hit. If the teacher's not listening, tell them to come to me. I'm like, okay. And when she comes to you, it's still going to be the same thing. Once she comes to you, if you still aren't taking care of it, and that child comes after again, once she's already told the teacher and told you, my child has the right to defend herself. Period, point blank. Because y'all aren't listening, y'all aren't taking care of the situation, it's not happening. And I'm still the same mama that I was then, now. I'll control my kids, y'all control them other kids. Oh, it's definitely gonna rain. Man, that hurts. It might rain on Easter. It does a lot. They don't have any buns. They don't have any bread. Too. We gotta go to the other store. What? No, come on, let's go to the other store. Whew, that hurts. My ankle and my knee hurt. This whole box can't possibly be $1, right? If that whole box of solar lights is $1, I'll get this from Papa. Because he has them in his yard. And some of them have gone out. But shoot, when we bought them for them the first time, they were like $10 each. Welcome back, Priest. Now it says each on the door. They just haven't taken them out of the box. Okay, we'll go to Dollar General and get some hot dog buns. Yeah. Remember y'all had me those hot dogs the other day? You don't remember when we went to Winco and y'all asked for that big old pack of hot dogs?
Why can't it be chili though?
I'll get some chili if you want chili. It's still hot dogs. It's hot dogs with chili.
When do you go to work?
Saturday.
Yay. Don't go.
No, Rayon has her testing Friday. Why? What's Friday? What's Friday? Huh?
It's when Mr. Jones selling candy.
What's that got to do with me working?
He's been selling hot
If you behave at school tomorrow, do your work, not just write one sentence like you did today. Do all your work and behave, then you can have $1 Friday. Okay? Nina's Coney Shack. Look, we got a hot dog restaurant. I don't think they're open yet, but we got a hot dog restaurant. The Coney dog.
What's Coney dog?
Chili cheese dogs. Let's drive in there and see what it says. We got a new restaurant, y'all. Let's be nosy. They're not open.
What's today?
Nina's Coney Shack. $1.49. Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 7. That's cute. I wonder when they're gonna actually open. Their name's not up on the sign yet. From what I remember, yeah, it's been a long time since I've had a hot dog from the stadium. It's bowling, but it's way too far away. We'll be fast, so hopefully it won't be too bad. We'll get some chili and some buns. Hello.
$6.98.
Thank you. All right.
Does the cut feel better? Does the cut right there?
Oh, yeah. All right. Yep, got hot dog buns and chili because she also requested chili dogs. So I got chili and hot dog buns. I usually make chili, but I don't have no ground beef or nothing at home, so we'll buy chili and we'll season it up. There's some hot dogs that my grandma used to buy in Houston that were really good. They're like, it's a hot dog, but it's a hot dog that's made like a sausage, and they're real thick, but it has hot dog flavor, but it doesn't look like hot dog. It looks like a sausage. Like it's got all the, you know, the more thicker chunky meat. It's not the, you know, it's not the pink mushy stuff that's, you know, normally a hot dog. Yeah, I red hot sausages. My granny used to get them all the time. You boil them and it turns your water pink. And that's my my papa's nurse right there. Huh? It feels good out here, so they're relaxing. Yeah, you can go this bubble. So Rayon, come get the stuff. Tell Rayon, come get the stuff. Thank you. Hey, Sabrias. I don't know. I don't think I've seen Flight. I don't think so. Woo. Why is that so loud? He is seriously loud.
Like if I wanted to take the yellow King Kongs and the blue bolts and breed them together and get a crazy shrimp that kind of has a little bit of a yellowish thing going on and some green and blue and the white.
Dang, that is loud. Ugh. Dropping his stuff. What did I do with that pie, y'all? I gotta go back to the car and find the pie. But anyway, I'm gonna close this one. And I'm gonna go to the restroom. And then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna start one. And I'm gonna start a game one. I'm gonna play The Sims. So I'm gonna close this one out, go to the restroom, and then I will be back playing a game in a little bit. All right. No, I haven't seen that one. I'll look it up. I'll look it up and watch that one. What did I watch last night? I watched something else last night, Priest. What did I watch? What did I watch? What did I watch? Dang, I can't remember what I watched. Oh, I watched a movie that I had seen part of before and never finished it. Extinction. Have you seen Extinction? I kind of feel like it was might have been a Netflix movie. But I started watching it and I was like, I kind of remember this, but I didn't watch the whole thing. Like, I just watched a little bit of it. But I watched the whole thing last night. It was pretty good. It's pretty good. You should watch it. I can't even tell you like what it is, because the whole movie is a twist and I'd be giving you the whole answer. But yeah, it's really good. But let me get off of here, go to the restroom, and I will be back.